I talked to you yesterday.
Good. You are fantastic.
Thank you.
A great host. Show is great. Listen to his show.
Absolutely, 95.5.
He came in late. He put like his hand so he could come in, right?
Okay.
I guess he was pissed or something, but I looked at him, right? And then he started taking off his sweater, dummy hard, and then he threw it. And then he told like everyone that he had like a rough day and that he don't care what happens today. He don't care about going to jail, but that someone's dying today.
Bro, when he came on the train, I was sitting right there. I was sitting next to everybody that was moving. That was the last one I was sitting. He came on the train. He was like, yo, I'm looking for food. I'm looking for like, he was ready to risk it all, basically. He was like basically, he's going to tell the people about to hurt somebody. He's like, I'm ready to hurt somebody. I'm ready to do this. And he was right here. Like I said, I don't think he did nothing wrong. Everybody moved, and he was about to start hitting people. He came in and he tried to resist while the cops was coming. They took mad, I was falling out home.
Yeah.
They took mad on the cop. He was trying to resist him while somebody came. They took mad on.
This young lady right here.
Yeah.
Okay, what did you see?
What did I see? I was sitting up there, heard the young man that's on the floor saying, hey, I'm willing to die, I'll do anything. I'm willing to die. I'll go to jail. I don't care. And he was saying it so loud that everyone turned around. So
I'm willing to die. I'm willing to die. I'm willing to go to jail. Someone's going to die tonight. Those are the witnesses from the train station. A train car sealed up in between stations going to its destination. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to run for anybody on that train. The women, you heard them, 2 women, the guy, these are all witnesses. And the people complaining the loudest have no idea what went on that day in that train station. All they know is a white guy stepped up and the black guy, who was the aggressor, died. And that's all they're hanging their hats on. I want to read this quote. This is a tweet from the NAACP. The NAACP. The acquittal of Daniel Penny and the death of Jordan Neely has effectively given license for vigilante justice to be waged on the black community without consequence. Let me read that back to you again. This is the NAACP. This is not some Black Lives Matter member. This is not some random person on Twitter. This is not some talk show host. This is not just an individual pundit. This is the NAACP. The acquittal of Daniel Penny and the death of Jordan Neely has effectively given license to vigilante justice to be waged on the black community without consequence. Really? It is a painful reminder of the inequities in our justice system. Jordan deserved compassion. Instead, he was met with violence. We stand with his family and calling for accountability. The NAACP. Let me say something to everybody. As an African-American male who loves this country, loves this community, loves all communities, loves all people, I'm going to tell you this. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to watch the reaction from so many in my community over this acquittal. It's really embarrassing. Understand this. In 2021, Neely punched a 67-year-old woman, broke her nose, fractured her orbital bone, bruising and swelling and substantial pain to the back of her head. Punched her out of the blue. Didn't say anything, nothing, just punched her. 3 other times this happened where he assaulted women on a train station. But let's defend this person who had mental illness and was homeless and was on drugs. I get that part of it, but how do you defend a jury saying, yeah, I don't think anything was done wrong here? How do you get mad at that? How do you want to burn that? How do you want to go out there and hit the alert button, hit the button of saying that now there's license for vigilante justice to be waged on a black community without consequence? As the NAACP. I get Black Lives Matter saying it, but the NAACP, now you think because of this case, people are going to be running around just vigilante justice on black people? You're like, that's what you think for real? Or do you think that people will continue to defend themselves? This guy assaulted 4 women over the train on the train subway system of New York City over the years. We don't know what would have happened on that subway train. Based on his history, we don't know what would have happened if Daniel Penny did not step in, because we know he's done this before. He punched a 67-year-old woman. He's assaulted other women on the subway train. These are all part of his charges. Now, 42 charges, oh, that's a lot. Oh, yeah, he's a lifelong criminal. A lot of these things living in New York City are frivolous. Hopping the turnstile, public urination, that's a lot of the charges when you say 42. But let's take out all of them. Let's take out 37 of them, 38 of them, and leave the 4 assaults on women. One he had a warrant for. The last one that happened, he had a warrant, an outstanding warrant for. So at what point do you not say to yourself, oh, wait a minute, maybe he could have had Daniel Penny not stopped him, maybe he could have hit someone on that train. Maybe he could have hit the 2 women that you heard from at the opening segment. Maybe he could have. They felt Mr. Penny, those witnesses, women, men, said I don't think one guy you heard, the brother said, I don't think he did anything wrong. He's a witness. You're not a witness. NAACP, you were nowhere near there. But here's the most disgusting part of this whole thing, and it becomes embarrassing for men like me. It really does. Because you're willing to put this tweet out, NAACP, you're willing to go to war in a city where the jury said, oh, man, we really think he did nothing wrong. You're willing to go to war over this. Meanwhile, Mr. Neely needed help. NAACP, Black Lives Matter, you're sitting on $90 million raised. $90 million raised. I don't know if Greater New York, BLM got to any of that. That's not my issue. If you didn't, that's your fault. But Black Lives Matter got $90 million raised. The NAACP works off a multi-million-dollar budget every single year. Maybe. This is maybe a stretch for some of you. Maybe, just maybe, we should concentrate our efforts on the people that need the help the most instead of running out here like ambulance chasers over these black lives. Standing on the tragedy of black life. Talking about you care about Jordan Neely, but you didn't care about him in life, but you care about him in death because he's worth dollars to you. All of you. Ben Crump, NAACP, Black Lives, all of you, he's worth money to. But he wasn't worth any money to you when he was accumulating these charges, when he wasn't going in and out of mental health programs, when he was getting drugs, when he was on this top 50 list of homeless people, which the Homeless Task Force agency in New York City had his name. Was he valuable to you then? You have millions of dollars in a budget every year, and this is what you put out? You can't take the money and help the people most in need that look like you? No, you can't do that because there's no money in their lives. The only money is in their deaths. And that is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen, and I'm watching it. And that's what bothers me so much as an African-American male in this country, that these lives, these black lives, only matter in death. They never mattered in life, because if they mattered in life, we wouldn't be here right now. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB-TALK. This is Shelley.